What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for stopping by the channel once again today. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is April 27th, 2022. I am JD from New York, as always, coming to you from the beautiful OTS venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Wednesday afternoons, wherever you may be. WWE looking to continue to butcher the pay-per-view calendar as they plan to run more stadium shows in 2023. We have news on two former WWE superstars calling it quits in the world of professional wrestling. Adam Hangman Page is going to be out due to COVID protocol. And Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, is this match a possibility for the Forbidden Door New Japan AEW pay-per-view in Chicago? All this lined up for your Off the Script Extra today. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up as well. I can't forget that. 1,000 likes minimum on today's OTS Extra. And go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. We got tons of content there. The flagship podcast was live with episode 427 on Sunday night. We were live Monday night for the Raw post show, live Tuesday night for the NXT post show, and we'll be live again tonight for the AEW Dynamite post show. Hope and Jesse, my co-partner on Wednesdays, will be able to make it with no problems tonight. So hopefully we'll all see you in the OTS venue for AEW Dynamite on Off the Script. WWE is planning on running more stadium shows in 2023. I don't know why this is going to be looked at as a positive thing. More money, more money, more money. Even worse creative every single time WWE goes out there. One should be better, and then it will aid in what you want to do with planning more stadium shows in 2023. I've said this for years. You fix the creative and you fix the way things are done on television, more people will be absolutely thrilled to spend their money to go see a D-level pay-per-view inside a 30,000 seat stadium. I don't see how this is going to be a good thing at all. Maybe for Nick Khan's pockets, but obviously not for the WWE fans. We don't get anything, basically breadcrumbs at this point. WWE is running 8 stadium shows this year. There's 8 stadium shows ready to take place. Fans can expect to see more, as my friend Andrew Zarian of the Matman Podcast reports that the company intends to hold more stadium shows next year. It was said that President Nick Khan wants to make it a new norm moving forward. The idea behind it is to create, obviously, more revenue and excitement for each new stadium show that WWE gives the WWE Universe. Zarian says on Twitter, and I quote, a source over at WWE mentioned that the company intends to run more stadium shows moving forward in 2023. Just for a reference, 2022 has 8 stadium events. The goal is to make this the new norm. This is a Nick Khan approach when it comes to premium live events. The scalability of large stadiums is very beneficial when it comes to having live attendance over 15,000 plus. The event doesn't have to be a sellout of 50,000, but now you have room to do 20 to 35,000 seat shows, more often leading to much higher revenue and a much higher level of excitement for the event, end quote. Now, WWE will be holding the remaining stadium shows this year on July 2nd for Money in the Bank. That's from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. SummerSlam at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee on July 30th. So we have 2 stadium shows in the same month. The UK event at Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales on September 3rd. That is Labor Day weekend. And then the event in Saudi Arabia in October, which right now does not have a name to go along with it. WWE held in arenas, or events held in arenas, for the rest of 2022 include WrestleMania Backlash. That is at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, which I could actually use right now, on May 8th. That's in Providence, Rhode Island. Hell in a Cell at the Allstate Arena in Chicago on June 5th. And Survivor Series at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. I get that the company wants to make more money. I get it. And they're going to go out and make more money, and nobody's going to be able to stop them. But this goes back to what I've been saying for years now. If you absolutely want to make your pay-per-view revenue thrive, and you want that level of excitement that you apparently think is going to happen because of these stadium shows, I don't really see any sense of excitement in the WWE universe. I don't see any sense of excitement from the WWE product on social media. I don't know where this fucking excitement is coming from. There's zero excitement, and Cody Rhodes has been back for about 4 weeks now, wrestling Seth Rollins for a second time at Backlash. There's no excitement. If WWE absolutely wants excitement, then they have to fix their current television product, which right now may be the worst it's ever been. And that's going on a Monday Night Raw show right now that's probably, and believe me, I don't believe myself when I'm saying this, Monday Night Raw is the best show that WWE puts on every week. NXT is fucking dreadful, and Monday Night Raw is better than SmackDown. Monday Night Raw is better than SmackDown, and SmackDown right now is their A show because they're being paid more by Fox than they are by NBC Universal for Monday Night Raw. And that's their baby, SmackDown. You can't give me a D-level pay-per-view after everything we've seen. You can't give me Backlash in a big stadium, which is WrestleMania rehash, basically, selling it on, oh my God, it's WrestleMania Backlash. First of all, you're taking the WrestleMania name, which you're absolutely taking the WrestleMania name, which stands on its own, and you're devaluing it by putting it on a D-level pay-per-view and giving us WrestleMania in a smaller scale venue. Now, if you take Backlash and put it in a major venue, why would anybody want to go and see what is basically WrestleMania in a smaller venue outside of AT&T Stadium? You are absolutely disrespecting everything that you did going into that show, and disrespecting the fans that went to that show, and disrespecting the large-scale event that WrestleMania is. Hell in a Cell. What other large-scale events, more stadium shows they want to do in 2023? You want to give me Hell in a Cell in front of 40,000 people? Hell in a Cell has been dead for years. You killed Hell in a Cell when you moved it to have it be its own pay-per-view. On top of everything that you've done to fucking ruin the gimmick and the entire premise of the match, you give Hell in a Cell matches away on Monday Night Raw with Bobby Lashley and Xavier Woods because Fox wanted to cry that they didn't get a Hell in a Cell match. Or it was vice versa. Roman Reigns and somebody was inside Hell in a Cell, and then Monday Night Raw, NBC Universal cried, and they wanted one on their show. Bobby Lashley versus Xavier Woods was put in a Hell in a Cell match because Fox got one. You can't go and do that. You ruin the concept of the match. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns a few years ago absolutely had a Hell in a Cell match worth a Hell in a Cell match. What does WWE do? They ruin it with a fuck finish. Or was it Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns inside Hell in a Cell. Brock Lesnar destroys the cage and a no contest. And I don't have to tell you the lack of blood we've seen. And I don't need to tell you about the Seth Rollins Fiend debacle with Bray Wyatt. My God, you want to give me a D-level Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that you have buried into oblivion, and you want people to go pay to go see Hell in a Cell inside a 40,000-seat stadium and sell me on, oh my God, we're having this large-scale event, this premium live event in front of 40,000 people. Please be excited. No, it doesn't work that way. What you need to do to make sense of this is to start booking rights. Monday night, Friday night, that creative juice needs to be flowing on Monday or Friday night. You got to generate some excitement to get any excitement out of us for these premium live events that you want to fill 30,000 fucking seats for a D-level pay-per-view that previously nobody's given a shit about. They are only about one thing, and making money. You and me and what we want to see as far as creative and what we want to see as far as a level of excitement on the show. They couldn't give a rat's ass about excitement and logic and creative and making things make sense on TV. But as long as you're willing to look at WWE in a large-scale stadium, they're hoping that they get your money so that you go there. Oh, look at the big spectacle it is. On top of that, how many fucking rematches do you do on basic TV, and you give away pay-per-view matches week over week over week over week? It's ridiculous. And then you want me to care about the same match that we've seen 7 fucking times on television in the same month, and then you want me to care about it again at a large-scale pay-per-view because it's in front of 40,000 fucking people. WWE is mental. They are mental. This doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense. There's no reason. There's no reason why you need to put Hell in a Cell or Backlash or fucking Night of Champions or whatever the fuck you want to come up with in front of 30,000, 40,000 people. Save those shows for the Royal Rumble, Survivor Series. Money in the Bank apparently is a big deal to them. So Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Survivor Series. And that is it. That is it. Save it for the 5 shows and make the overseas shows or the Saudi shows. Save it for those shows and that is it. Because when you start taking these D-level pay-per-views and moving them additionally into these larger scale venues, you're going to make everything seem like it's on par with everything else. And we know it's not. We know it's not. WWE, here's the thing that they should do. They should bring back some old pay-per-view concepts and put it inside stadiums. They should bring back a King of the Ring. They should bring back some of their more beloved pay-per-views like Armageddon or something like that and really change the pay-per-view schedule, change the pay-per-view calendar, and really make these new shows into a big deal. Abandon the old shows, TLC, Hell in a Cell, all this other fucking shit that WWE's taken and ruined its gimmick with its own pay-per-view. This needs some time. I'm not saying they can't get there, but this needs some time to actually get to where it should be. And if creative was better, then everything would be all right. But creative is not better, and this is not going to work out, and there's going to be no level of excitement from anybody, especially the WWE fans who watch on a weekly basis. Adam Page. Adam Page has COVID. He will not be on AEW Dynamite tonight, and he will be out of action for seemingly what looks to be the regular COVID protocol. Hangman Page will not be appearing on tonight's episode of Dynamite. He has COVID-19. Page wrote, and I quote on Twitter, "Dynamite is tonight at 8 p.m. on TBS, but I will not be there because my face is full of COVID snot, and I'm sorry. Please enjoy regardless," end quotes. It was expected tonight that AEW would continue the tease and the build of Adam Page versus CM Punk. CM Punk really doesn't need Adam Page there to sell the storyline. We all know where it's headed, and Punk can do a masterful job on his own with the words that he speaks. So I'm sure we'll get something along the lines of CM Punk mentioning something on Dynamite tonight. Punk will be on commentary tonight for the Owen Hart Cup qualifier between Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, so he will be on the show. Other matches confirmed for tonight's show include Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb in the street fight, Lance Archer versus Wardlow, and Sammy Guevara against Scorpio Sky for the TNT title in a ladder match. Also, the Undisputed Elite versus the Varsity Blondes, Dante Martin, Lee Johnson, and Brock Anderson. Loaded show tonight. It should be a fun ride. I hope Adam Page gets better quick and he's back on television. COVID isn't nothing to really make light of. So hopefully he is all right and it's nothing more than a minor symptom or symptoms and he gets back to television fairly quickly because he is going to be a major proponent of Double or Nothing. What I find funny is I'm sure all the AEW neckbeards and the fat slobs out there that constantly hate AEW for what seems to be a living, they will probably use this against AEW and against Adam Page's AEW World Title run and claim that AEW isn't featuring him on television, and they will scoff at this latest news article as to why he's off the show. I'm sure that will be a thing in the coming hours after Dynamite. I'm sure it will be. Adam Page, by the way, has had some of the best matches of his entire career in this run. The 2 against Bryan. He's got the match with Punk coming up at Double or Nothing. Lance Archer, Adam Cole twice. He even had a great match with Dante Martin on Dynamite. He is doing some of the best work of his career. Yes, he's the world champion. Yes, he should be featured in the top spot. But that goes to show you how deep AEW's roster is. He still is the most important figure on the show, and he will be going into Double or Nothing, and you all will be made to look like fools because you want to constantly bitch and moan about something that really isn't a problem. Just enjoy the show for what it is, and I wish our champion gets better and he's back on TV next week. The Iconics, they are leaving pro wrestling. Oh my God, let me shed my tear, please. I'm so heartbroken, man. I don't know how I'm going to pick up the fucking broken pieces of my heart and live my day today. I don't know. Oh my God. What am I going to do with the rest of my existence? Holy shit. The inspiration. Jessica McKay and Cassie Lee have announced they are stepping away from the pro wrestling business. They wrote in a statement today, and I quote, "The inspiration have been a great part of Impact's Knockouts roster and wonderful to work with. And we first want to thank Scott D'Amore." First of all, that was Scott D'Amore who said that. The inspiration have been a great part of Impact's Knockout roster and wonderful to work with. They released a statement that said, "We first want to thank Scott D'Amore and the entire Impact family. We had such an amazing experience working with the incredible Impact staff and roster. We will cherish these Impact memories forever, and we are excited to start a brand new chapter in our lives and explore other opportunities that may come our way." They signed with WWE back in 2015. They started out in NXT. WWE released McKay and Lee, rightfully so, because they were absolutely fucking dreadful on WWE television. Some of the worst parts of the entire show were the Iconics. And in April 2021, they were released. They made their Impact debut at Bound for Glory later that year, and they defeated Decay, that is Havoc, and Rosemary to win the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. Since then, they have been booked as a top team in the division, which I find incredibly hard to believe. They're leaving. They want other opportunities. Who's to say they don't come back to WWE? Who's to say they just give up pro wrestling, clear their minds, and do modeling, which apparently it looks like they're better at than they are in the ring? Who cares? Who cares? Impact's women's division is the best women's division in all of North America. I think they will be fine for what they are losing here in Jessica McKay and Cassie Lee, man. They will be fine without the inspiration on Impact Television. I doubt anybody was caring about the inspiration while they were there anyway, man. So please spare me your fake tears and your fake outrage about why you don't want them to go. Impact will be fine. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. We'll end with this. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay, man. Is it going to happen at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view? Will Ospreay is teasing a match with Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Kenny Omega posted on social media this little nice, smart remark in light of Will Ospreay's comments. He says, and I quote, Will Ospreay says on social media, "This match will be very special. I will be paying homage to a wrestler that largely impacted my career to show my appreciation for his contribution and sacrifice." And then he wants to become the Ultimate Grand Slam champion. Kenny Omega obviously is alluding that he largely impacted Will Ospreay's career. Says, and I quote, "You're making it way too obvious, but thank you, I guess." So then Will Ospreay retweets Kenny Omega and says, "Are you gonna be all right for June?" So if this match is even a possibility, I mean, take my fucking money right now. That may be a match of the year right there. Will Ospreay's incredible. We all know what Kenny Omega does. Kenny Omega absolutely is in the mindset to come back. He's already getting out there saying, "I could come back in December and win Wrestler of the Year," because the field right now has been embarrassing. So that's how confident Kenny Omega is on where he may potentially be when he comes back. Now, if this match doesn't happen this year, which I don't think it will, there is always going to be 2023 and a Forbidden Door. I can't see this just being a one-off. This is going to be a full-blown partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Forbidden Door is going to sell out the United Center. Forbidden Door is going to be a regular thing with AEW and New Japan. This match will happen one way or another. If it's not this year, it will happen next year. I don't want the match to happen this year right away. I like some build. I like some, storyline there with Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. And I want Kenny Omega to get back in the ring, work off that ring rust, and I want him to be all right where he could sustain a regular schedule and show everybody that he's going to be back 100% healthy. This is going to be amazing when it happens. This is worth the wait. It doesn't need to happen right now. And with Kenny Omega being injured, he just went and got arthroscopic knee surgery. That was done in March, and he recently got surgery to repair a sports hernia. That's about a 2-month recovery. So I don't think he's going to be at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. If he is, it may be an appearance, and it may have something to do with the Undisputed Elite and the Bullet Club. We don't know. Only time will tell, but I don't think he will be at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, and I do think that he will show up sometime this fall And again, like I said with Adam Page, the AEW roster doesn't need Kenny Omega. They need him, but they don't need him because their depth is so incredible that someone like that and someone so good like that being out, he can miss all the time in the world and you won't bat an eye because AEW's got a ton of top guys to fill his spot. I'm looking forward to it when it happens. I say 2023, let them go balls to the wall, man. It is going to be a match of the year when it does happen. Guys, I'm getting out of here. Thank you so very much for all of your support. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes minimum on today's OTS Extra. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. And make sure you guys tune into the AEW live stream tonight, the Off the Script post show following AEW Dynamite on Off the Script. See you guys there. Have a great Wednesday. And until tonight, guys, for Dynamite, I'll see you guys later.